strike, as this is another issue that doctors are having. One, of course, is the termination of the contracts. The other issue that doctors in Karnataka are having, and these are resident doctors who have been striking for the fourth day now, is over the delay in NEET PG counselling. The post-graduation counselling is delayed, and that has now entered day 4. Doctors now say that they will not escalate the matter immediately, but will wait for a government response until Friday. Earlier, the doctors had said that they are overworked and underpaid. OPD services have been withdrawn at multiple hospitals, though emergency services remain unaffected. So this is a problem which has persisted in a way. Now, this time we are talking about PG counselling. So why is NEET in such a mess? Of course, the pandemic had disrupted the exam cycle. The quota issue is yet to be settled. When we talk about the quota, it's primarily the EWS, the economically weaker section quota, which remains hanging at the moment. The exact modalities are yet to be settled by court. Another reason why there is this delay. Meanwhile, also the students have already lost one medical year, which is why these resident doctors on your screens are agitated that precious time is being lost in the process. There's clearly an uncertainty over when the counselling will be held. They all would apply for their postgraduate courses. For that, they need a go-ahead, they need clearance for it, which hasn't come for the NEET PG counselling. So let me introduce our experts on the show first. Joining us this afternoon here on The Big Story, I have Dr. Katil Suresh Kurva, who is the president of IMA in Karnataka, and I have Dr. Suvrankar Datta, who is the junior resident from AIIMS and also the general secretary, Federation of All India Medical Association. A very warm welcome to the two of you. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be talking about whether the COVID warriors are being ignored, whether the resident doctors have a point here about being underpaid and overworked. But let me first get the exact ground situation from my colleague Neha, who is with me. Yes, Neha, first explain to our viewers and our guests who have joined us, what exactly is the grievance that the resident doctors have for which they are agitating for so long?
Well, Afrida, if you look at a pan-India picture, primarily the demand of the resident doctors remains to be that, the NEET PG counselling, the issue that's been burning for quite some time, now be advanced and the government take this up on war footing and, ensure that it's done quickly. Now, why is it that the doctors are putting forth this demand? It's primarily because till the time that this counselling is completed, the doctors and the resident doctors over here are going to continue to work, on only about 2/3 of their capacity. And this is putting a lot of stress and a lot of burden further on these doctors who are already burning out right now. We've been seeing them, through and through the pandemic, how many of them have contracted COVID, recovered, and even with, a lot of immunity down, they've reported back to work and they are on, on the front line. So that is primarily the demand of the resident doctors across India. Talking particularly about Karnataka now and a few other states also, there is again a demand over here in the state of Karnataka, much like in other states where the compensation has already been released. In the state of Karnataka, in the month of April this year, in fact, resident doctors were promised an allowance of 10,000 rupees per doctor per month, which has still not been released by the government. So it becomes a false or an empty promise over there. And this is why the doctors have been on strike. This is not the first time. This is the third or fourth time in the last 6 months where we are seeing the doctors taking to the streets, boycotting OPDs, and this is how they have decided to protest. As far as the Karnataka government is concerned, they've not, really said much about this, only false assurances that have been given to the doctors. And in fact, statements after statements that have been made to the media, despite multiple times of questioning, the health minister and the health officials only maintain that they are looking into the issue.
Yes, and the brunt will be faced by patients, by in government hospitals, of course, poor and underprivileged families will face the brunt of it if OPD services are withdrawn. So there is a price to pay for this kind of a prolonged strike. Thank you, Neha, for joining us. I want to bring in Dr. Suvrankar Datta, who is a junior resident, to tell us about the main concerns here. Dr. Datta, you heard my colleague Neha. Is there anything specific that you want to really highlight on why the strike has gone on for this long and what will resolve the issue? What is the immediate demand because this is a pan-India strike. This is an all-India level resident doctors strike. It has taken a tremendous proportion. Yes, Dr. Datta.
Yeah, so I would like to highlight, first of all, that the healthcare system, especially the public healthcare system of the country, has been historically neglected by the policymakers. We are severely understaffed, and the majority of the workload in the hospitals are taken care of by the resident doctors. Now, the NEET PG usually happens in the month of January, and due to COVID, it was significantly delayed. That was also fine, we understand. But now, even when the NEET PG has been done, the court hearing declared that the result of its verdict, even the next hearing, we are not even sure whether the verdict will be delivered or not, will be on January 6th. Now, till this point of time, resident doctors have been working with almost 2/3 of the manpower which is required. The patients are increasing, and there is an imminent third wave due to the Omicron variant. We never know when it will come. It can be next month or the next 2 months. We need manpower right now. And if we did not take a step to ensure that the government listens to our ordeals, that is the only reason why we had to take this extreme step for calling for an all-India strike. See, we are all doctors. We don't want to call for strikes just because we are anguished or we are angry at something. But this has been a problem which has been, we have tried our level best to reach out to the policymakers and get a solution at the earliest, but we have failed. When the court declared, so when the court declared that the next hearing will be on January 6th, at that time, all the state RDA presidents and the general secretaries, they convened a meeting under FIMA, and we decided that this was it, and we have to give a very strong message. So we are not calling for a strike since the day one. We had escalated our protests. We demonstrated. We made our representations to policymakers. Still, there has been not any official written statement or a commitment from the government yet. There are verbal assurances, but we are not immune to false promises being made by policymakers just to end revolts or rebellions. So till we get an official statement from the government of India or from the judiciary that the case is being listed this week, or at the earliest solution will be reached, till then we will be escalating our strike. And FIMA Doctors Association has called for an all-India strike, where at least 6 to 7 state RDS and even more will be meeting to confirm the number of RDS will be joining. They will be going on a pan-India strike from tomorrow.
We cannot have, Dr. Datta, this kind of numbers of resident doctors who are crucial for the entire system, for the healthcare system, to be out of work, to be agitating and not attending to patients. In a country like ours, there will be a big price to pay. Dr. Katil Suresh Kurwa, I want to ask you that at a time when we actually need to gear up, we need to consolidate our forces, get back to the drawing board, we need to actually, at a time like this, talk about how, if, God forbid, Omicron wave strikes us, how will we have all hands on the deck? How will we have all the resident doctors pitch in? We need their services for this nation to actually fight any impending, virus or wave that might be coming up. But at a time like this, when that should have been the brainstorming with the doctors and the medical fraternity, you have this kind of numbers across India of doctors out on the street saying we are overworked and underpaid and our grievances are not being heard.
Thank you. As Dr. Surankar Datta explained till now, I agree with him. Junior doctors are the residents, are the backbone of our healthcare system.
Yes.
They are primarily dealing with the patients. It is in Corona time, it is their sacrifice which is unimaginable that has saved our country till now. Now, in Karnataka, their agitation is for 3 issues. One is compensation for a COVID service. Second is stipend. Third is postponement of NEET PG counseling.
Yes.
In the first 2 issues, the state government is to take steps. Whereas in the third issue, central government, NMC, and even Supreme Court is to be blamed. State government has rightly announced compensation of 10,000 rupees per month for the services rendered by the residents in Corona care. However, government has not fulfilled the promise for the best reasons known to them. IMA KSB, that is Karnataka statement, requests the government to do so as a priority for the benefit of the society and country at large. So is the stipend issue. Only when residents are kept comfortable physically, mentally, and financially, they can offer better services. Hence, at the interest of the society and nation, it is the priority on the government concerned to pay them in time. Third issue, as described earlier, resident doctors are waiting for PG counseling for almost 1 year, and they are wasting their time. That too, at the time when you are anticipating third wave. So it is the responsibility of the central government, NMC, and even Supreme Court to settle the issue as early as possible. Only because of the quota issue, this NEET counseling is postponed. When Supreme Court has even had sitting at midnight to hear some urgent issues, I feel why Supreme Court is not given importance to this.
Yes. Okay, I think Dr. Kudva is not audible. There's some audio disturbance. Dr. Kudva, I got the points that you were making. I appreciate the clarity with which you explained to us the entire situation. The top court also will have to take note of those issues, especially with regards to the delay in PG counseling. And, this is a very critical time, like you rightly pointed out, and we cannot afford to waste time. At a time like this, we need the entire workforce when it comes to the medical fraternity to be focusing on the challenges ahead. But rather unfortunate that the doctors have to be out on the streets. This is a pan-India resident doctors strike going on for the last 4 days. Thank you, Dr. Katil Suresh Kurva and Dr. Subhankar Datta for joining us this afternoon, for giving us your views on the subject.